What's up, all you lovely internet movie fans, and welcome back. I have a packed show full of a bunch of movie news to discuss, like James Gunn confirming some characters for his DC universe going forward that were in some of his prior movies, like Suicide Squad. We have Jurassic World Rebirth crossing the $750 million mark, absolutely crushing the box office. Brad Pitt has his highest grossing movie ever with F1 that he starred in, and a bunch of Spider-Man news to discuss, like some first looks at John Bernthal's official look as Punisher. We had the suit reveal, which looks absolutely magnificent, and some character confirmations for the movie too. Let's dive into and discuss everything with you guys right now. Let's first start off with Jurassic World Rebirth. So this movie, I went and saw it, wasn't the biggest fan of it. I've been hit or miss with a lot of the Jurassic World movies. I like the first one, the 2015 one, but the latter movies have kind of fallen off a little bit, and this one didn't really do it for me, but audiences have loved it. This movie crossed the $750 million mark. It's made $760 million so far in its theatrical run. It's going to be the biggest movie of the summer, and honestly, I don't think I had a lot of questions that it would. I knew it would beat Superman and Fantastic Four because one thing that we all should know, people love going to the theaters and watching dinosaurs be on the big screen and eat people. Even though if this movie didn't have a lot of them eating people, it still had the dinosaurs, and people are just mysticized and want to see that regardless. And this movie is killing it, and it's had great legs, had a great opening weekend, and this just makes sense. There's gonna be another one to follow up this movie. They're gonna make a new sequel to this movie. I think they should kind of reboot the overall franchise, but we'll see where they go. But this movie just confirmed that people are gonna show up for dinosaurs regardless of the quality of the movie overall. And like I said, this movie isn't terrible. It just wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it should be and would be for me. But it brought back some of the horror elements, not as much as I would have liked. But like I said, $760 million and still killing it. Could hit the $800 million range. I don't know if it will, but we shall see. Absolute behemoth, and there's going to be a new sequel to that, so be excited for that. And like I said, it confirmed people love seeing dinosaurs on the biggest screen possible. Let's dive into some F1 news, which is also getting a re-release this August in IMAX, which I absolutely love. I will probably have to go see it again because I love F1. I thought it was a great movie, and it's had a great time in the box office. And it is now Brad Pitt's official highest grossing movie of his career that he has starred in. So you can't count Deadpool 2, which had a cameo, which that movie made a ton of money. He doesn't really star in that movie, so I'm not going to count that. But movies that he starred in, from Ocean's 11, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, all those types of movies, this is his biggest one. F1 is great. It crossed the $540 million mark. It's killing it at the box office. It's doing great. And it's a great quality movie that I think a lot of people should go see and have seen and really love, with a high critic and audience score alike. So this movie is great. And Brad Pitt is totally himself in this movie, like I said before in my review. I love the movie overall. It's so rewatchable. It's great quality. He looks so cool in this movie. And people showed up to watch this movie, like I said. So highest grossing movie for Brad Pitt. Absolutely love that for him. Love that for the movie. It's getting a re-release too that I think a lot of people will go and see as well. So let me know what you guys think about that news. And good for him, because F1, like I cannot reiterate enough, was such a fun time at the theater, and I absolutely enjoy and love that movie. And his portrayal is great in that film. So James Gunn's been breaking the news a lot recently. He does and discusses a lot of stuff on Threads, especially. So if you have any questions you ever want to ask him, just mention him on Threads, and he might respond to you, because he responds to lots of people on there. And so he made some confirmations too, specifically around Idris Elba's Bloodsport. He confirms that he will be a part of the DCU canon going forward. Of course, he appeared in The Suicide Squad back in the early 2020s, which was a very good film. Not like the original Suicide Squad that they made in like the 2016, I believe. But this movie was great. Didn't make a ton of money, but it has a day and date release, COVID, all those factors happened. But it was a great, critically and audience received movie. And Bloodsport, Idris Elba's character, was one of the better parts of that movie going forward. Of course, Peacemaker was absolutely great in that movie, but Bloodsport's an interesting character, and Idris Elba is a great, talented actor. So if you can add him to your universe going forward, that's great news to have, and James Gunn seemingly confirms that. So I'm very interested to see where he will appear next in the overall DC universe. Very curious about that. It could be even Peacemaker for all that we know. But I'm glad that we have him returning as his character at some point in the DC universe. He is canon, and I'm very curious to see where he appears next in the overall universe, because James Gunn is working on building out this universe, and I think he is the perfect person to do that. And characters like Bloodsport, kind of off-kilter, not widely well known, but great portrayals from good actors, is always a good sign for any movie fan. So with Superman, this movie is killing it at the box office. It was number 4 this past weekend, raking up $13 million at the domestic box office, and it crossed the break-even point, and it's killing it. Over $550 million it's earned so far in its worldwide total and run, and that number's gonna tick up even more. It's gonna cross 600. It'll probably finish around 6 to 635 range, I would say, which is absolutely a great success. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This movie is going to turn a profit. It's a huge success, both critically and audience. They love this movie. Critic score is above 80%, A- cinema score. Audience, a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So, like, people all around love this movie. And like I said, it crossed that break-even point. And so there's lots of measures that you can use. The wide renowned one that a lot of people like to use is production budget, which is 220 million times 2.5, and that's your break-even number. There's a much not widely used one, but some people consider a lot more accurate, which is production plus marketing times 1.5. Either one of those that you want to use, it's around 550 to 555. So this past weekend with that $13 million just domestically alone, it crossed 551. So it's going to turn a profit either today or tomorrow, or may have already. But that's great news, and anything above us now is just a win for Warner Brothers. And that doesn't even consider all the co-branding licensing deals that they have out there with like Dairy Queen and a bunch of other things that they've done, like partnerships with like dogs and like the wider kind of overarching themes that it's done. This is huge news, and this is great because most importantly, this movie needed to be great to establish James Gunn's DC universe, and it absolutely did that. It was a great hit, and it sets up what is going to go forward, and it brings audiences in to kind of really reel them in and earn their trust back, because of the last few DC movies, they just tarnished that. And so that's why we got a new universe, a whole brand new beginning with this movie, and it brought audiences in, and people love this movie, and it really sets the DC up for a huge success, and just the possibilities are endless going forward now for DC. And I think Superman is just a wild hit, and they have so much on the slate coming forward, from Peacemaker to Lanterns to Supergirl, Clayface, and you have all the Elseworld stories too. So get excited, and like I said, cross the break-even point, profitable, and killing it with great legs. Now, we had some huge Marvel news this past weekend. First, we got a suit reveal for Spider-Man Brand New Day. We actually saw Tom Holland in the suit walk onto a soundstage, say, let's start filming, and he's wearing the suit, and the suit looks great. It's classic comic booky Spider-Man. It's colorful. Like I said, we're in a golden age of just comic accurate, bright colored suits, which I absolutely love first off. But the suit looks great. He's got the homemade web shooters on it. And I'm very excited for what this movie is going to be, because we have confirmation that Matt Gargan's Scorpion is officially going to be in this movie. We have Bruce Banner's Hulk officially in this movie, and John Bernthal's Punisher officially in this movie. And we actually have our first look at Bernthal in a Punisher costume for the movie as well. He looks great. I cannot wait to see what Bernthal is going to do, how they're going to write the character in and integrate him with the Spider-Man character overall. There's some rumors going around about what he might do with Spider-Man, who he's going to fight. I'm not going to talk about those because I didn't really look at him, and I don't really trust him, to be honest, so who knows. But he looks great, and I love his portrayal of Punisher. But like I said, I'm so excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day because of the possibilities of what the story could tell. Like I said, remember, from how No Way Home ended, no one knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. People don't even know who Peter Parker is now. So it really sets you up for a great storytelling and narrative performance of what you could write and where the story could go moving forward. Like, no one knows Spider-Man. They just know Spider-Man, the character. They don't know who Peter Parker is. So Peter could go to Bruce, have a conversation with him. Hey, Bruce, I was there. I am Spider-Man. I fought with you guys. I know what's happening. It sets Peter up for a brand new, just overall arc and what he's going to do with that character. No one knows him. He has to really make his own. How would you go about the world if no one knew you existed at all? Think of the things that you could do. The people that you know, things happen. Like, there's so many possibilities to where a story could go, and I'm very excited for what it could be. Now, this movie comes out about 6 months before Avengers Doomsday, so that's very important, and it's supposed to take place 1 year before Doomsday in the terms of the MCU canon father and the overall storytelling. So that's interesting too, because if you think of the time jump from Thunderbolts to about 14 months to what the events happening in space, so they said, so when Fantastic Four arriving on that Earth, very, very intriguing to what the possibilities could be for what that means 1 year before. The post-credit scene, I believe, probably will lead straight into Doomsday. Maybe is it Doom appearing to Spider-Man or Peter? I don't know. But like I said, I'm so excited for it. We got a suit reveal. We have Bernthal's looking. We have all these characters confirmed for the Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm so excited for this movie. Bring it on right now. Give it to me right now. And don't worry. This movie is going to make all the money. It may not make No Way Home money, but it's going to be $1 billion without a doubt, because Spider-Man is that popular. People love the Spider-Man character, and I'm so excited for it. Get excited for that. I will see you guys at the movies next time. This week we have Freakier Friday and Weapons. I will see you guys all there. Peace.